What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with a Far Cry 6 honest review video. Now I wanted to start here at the main menu and just jump straight into it, just so that you guys know I am not messing around and everything I am telling you is truthful, honest, and it's just how, I feel after playing this game for so long. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you. Right here, I'm at 63% completion of the entire game. And if I load in the game, I can show you that my rank is maxed out. So I have been playing this game for quite some time now, over the past week or so. Now, I have over a day of gameplay in this game right now. And if we look at my character, you can see I am that Commandant, and that is the last, rank of this game. After that, it acts almost like a prestige, where you're still a commandant, but then it just goes up in ranks. So you can see that it says my next rank, number 15, will be just Commandant 1. And that's where it just becomes repetitive. But we have reached the maxed rank. We are 63% done with the entire game, so I felt like this was about right time for me to give you guys my honest review. Now, I did have early access in this game, so I did have it a few days early, and I was able to stream it and show you guys what's going on with this game, before it released. Now, I wanted to wait, a few days. It hasn't been a week yet, but it's been a few days since the game has dropped, so I really wanted to give you guys a thorough review, how I feel about the game, what I think is good, what I think is bad, and give you my honest review. That way, if you still are on the ropes of getting this game or not, hopefully this will help you out. Now, in no way, shape, or form did Ubisoft pay me to do this review. They did give me early access, they did give me the copy of the game, and I thank them 100% for that. This review is completely me on my own, has nothing to do with them, so don't sit there in the comment section and be like, yo, Ubisoft told you to say that, because they honestly didn't. This is all just coming from me because for some reason I can't put down this game. I mean, I redid an entirely new character for those streams of that early access. So technically this character is a week old, and I've already got over a day of gameplay into this character. So, I mean, that's pretty telling that I'm already dropping a buttload of hours into this game, and it's nonstop. I am actually fully immersed in this game, and I can't get enough of it. Now, let's go ahead and talk about some of the good points. Now, right off the bat, I can tell you that I cannot compare this to other Far Cry games because I did not play other Far Cry games. I'm actually more of a Division, Tom Clancy type content creator and player, and because those are all related to Ubisoft, they felt like I would enjoy this game, and boy, were they right. Now, let's go ahead and talk about things I really like. One of them being the gear and loot system. So looking at the loot, you have different gear sets with different names, and each of them have different perks, which is quite insane. Not only that, but you can easily equip all of them with just a press of a button. Boom. And just like that, I'm dressed up like the Assassin's Creed. Look at that. Now, each of them have different perks. Each item. So you can see, the head piece has disguise, the chest piece has assassin armor, the legs have as above, so below, the boots, feather fall, and then the gloves taken down reload. I mean, each of these give you really good perks. And the cool part about it is every single one of these sets give you different perks. None of them are the same at all. So this really does make you pick and choose, what kind of gear set you'd want to run, and you know what kind of perks you want with that gear set. Now right off the bat, I know I'm going to probably tell you guys this in my tricks and tips videos, or tips and tricks, whichever way you want to say it, but the parkour set is by far my favorite. Now, reason being is it gives you increased stamina, it gives you, you know, longer run times, it also increases your speed after you slide, it also increases your speed when you have no weapon in your hands. It's just a really good gear set to put on your character, so that your movement is more fluid, you get places faster, and it's just overall a good set for me personally. Now, what's really cool about this game is that you can change the look of it. So if I hit inspect, I can actually go over here and make it look like any other mask in the game. I can make my guy look like everything Assassin's Creed and just put it on any piece of gear. So this is actually a really, really cool aspect of the game that not a lot of people are seeing right now, because not a lot of people know about it. But you can easily just hit Y or inspect on any of these pieces of gear, click appearance, and you can change the appearance to whatever it is you want. It doesn't matter what gear set you're rocking at all. If you like a certain look, you can make sure your character looks like that throughout the entire game, and you can switch out the gear for, you know, whatever perks it is you want for that part of the game. For me, this has a 10 out of a 10. The gear, 10 out of a 10. You get different gear sets with all different perks. All of it is loot based. So as long as you are getting your loot boxes, as long as you are clearing out those activities, you're going to get all of the loot you need. It's pretty wicked the way they have this set up. Now, as far as the weapons are a little bit different. So right here for shotguns, for example, we have normal shotguns. These will drop, you know, any sort of box in the game. You can also get them through rewards and things like that. Then you have unique shotguns. Now these shotguns are a little bit harder to find, and they are in, you know, more so hidden boxes, or I would say like treasure hunt boxes. And then you have your overclocked shotgun, and that is from your special operations vendor. You actually have to do certain things to unlock, you know, the overclocked items. Now this is the same for all of the weapons. You know, for example, here we have snipers, unique snipers, and then the overclocked sniper. And this goes all the way across the board. It's pretty awesome. There are so many weapons you can choose from. Not only that, but then of course you have the resolver weapons that you can craft yourself, and each of these are completely unique. They all bring completely different styles of play, whether it be, you know, the flamethrower, whether it be the nail gun. The nail gun's actually one of my favorites. It fires a silent nail. So if you can hit headshots from distance, you could really do some work with this nail gun. But each of these, they're just so different. A disc launcher, like who even comes up with this stuff? But anyways, so as far as weapons and gear are concerned, this is a 10 out of 10 for me. I think it's perfect. The whole looter shooter aspect really draws me in, because I really enjoy those looter shooter game types, and this one just hits the nail on the head. Now let's talk about Amigos. So Amigos, these are not going to get a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm going to actually rate this one pretty low. I'm going to put this one probably at about at about maybe a 7, or maybe even lower, maybe a 6. Because yes, these Amigos are cool. And yes, each of these Amigos do different things. Let's go, for example, Guapo. Here we go. Guapo. It says that he passively recovers health to keep fighting, and he self-revives after going down. Okay, that's cool. Then you have, you know, Chorizo. Chorizo, he distracts enemies and sneaks past them for surprise attacks from you. So he really doesn't do much except for, he can distract the enemy. That way you can take care of them. Chichiron, he is just really just a battler. You go out there and he'll just go out on his own and just start battling enemies just because. It's actually pretty cool. Out of all the amigos, he seems to be one of the better ones just because he is actually helping you out. Now, the drawback from all of these amigos, and I could probably show you right here. So, for example, here's Chichiron. He's my amigo that I currently have equipped. Now, I can easily make him go over there. However, if I send him over there and then I am getting shot from over here and say he is done battling his enemy over there, he will not, I repeat, he will not come back over here to me unless I actually call him back. Let's see if I can do that.
Chicharrón.
There we go. So now I called him back. But as far as that goes, it's not automatic. It's more of those, like, once you tell him to do something, you have to keep telling him to do stuff. It's like an AI bot, but a little bit dumber, in my opinion. Because at least AI bots in games like, I don't know, like Aliens Fireteam Elite. In that game, your AI bots would follow you around and they would just automatically help you with stuff, whether it be, healing, whether it be shooting, whether it be... Whoa. My rooster just started yelling at me. Whether it be all of that stuff. Now, as far as these amigos go, they're not that great. They're really cool to look at, and there are some cool missions to, get you familiar with them. And yes, each of them have their own personality. That part is cool. But as far as like an actual help, as an actual like vital part of you completing these missions, you really do not need an amigo with you at all. You can do this entire game without an amigo. And for that point, I really don't see the point. Like, there's no real reason. It does add to the storyline, and a lot of these do have amazing personalities and stories connected to them. I'm not going to lie on that. It is pretty cool. However, when it comes to actual combat and gameplay, the amigos are not that helpful at all. It's pretty much just an AI bot that's there to watch you do whatever. Now, there are some instances where if you do not tell the amigo to go to a certain point, they will just follow you automatically and they can help you with enemies automatically. However, they are more prone to going down if that's the case. Because if they are automatically walking around with you and say they spot an enemy on the other side of the building, they're just going to run over there to the other side of the building. And if you are, cornered by a whole bunch of enemies and your amigo is on the other side of the building dying, it's really hard for you to stop what you're doing, run around the building to revive your amigo because he decided to run all the way across there and die. It's just things like that. The amigos are more of a liability than they are an asset. They do not help you as much as they take away from you. And this is all my opinion. Obviously, it's an honest review from me. Now, next up that I wanted to talk about are the rides. The rides are amazing. Yes, they are truly amazing. However, and I'll show you live gameplay. So look, we're on a street here, right? One of the really cool things about rides is if I go to my ride right now and just hit call for vehicle,
Let's grab a ride.
There it is. And now I have an AI driving up with my car and he's going to drop it off to me. Pretty cool, right? Oh, he can't get up the hill.
Here's your ride.
So then he drops off my ride.
What's in me? Gracias, gracias.
Now this is cool. This is a really good part of the game where no matter where I'm at, I can call in a ride and then all of a sudden I have my car. Now the biggest drawback for me, and this is actually kind of why I am going to rate the rides pretty low as well. The rides are only going to get about a 7.5 for me personally. Because there is no way to alter the camera angle when you are driving. And that for me is a deal breaker. So let me show you. You get in here to drive. And this is your only point of view. This is it. Now looking at the options, let me see. Is there any other way? No, there's not. So this is the only view you get of the game. So when you're driving uphill like this, you can't see the road. See what I mean? It's really hard for you to see, and then you have to like adjust your camera angle and then drive down the road. So if I go faster, you can see how it gets really squirrely really quick. And especially when you're going off-road and you're bouncing up and down, it's really hard for you to see the road. And it just, see? You see that? And all I was trying to do was follow the trail. So driving is not that easy. If you guys watch my early access live streams, you would see that I was struggling just driving the car normally down the road because the point of view that you get, that camera angle, is so distracting that it makes it really hard to see, especially when you're going up terrain like this, where you're going uphill and, you know, there's boulders and rocks and trees everywhere. It is extremely hard for you to see where you're going at all times. So that's about the rides. So far, the arsenal, the gear and loot system, 10 out of 10. I love it. The Amigos, about a 7 out of 10. They're okay, but they're more of a nuisance than anything. The rides are fun. Yes, you can drive up to a checkpoint or a base with your ride, jump out, jump up on the gun that's usually hooked up to the back of your ride, and you can clear out, checkpoints and things like that pretty easy. But as far as the actual driving mechanic and the camera angles, I really do not like it. So for that, I'm going to give it about a 7.5. Now, inventory. Inventory is a love-hate relationship for me personally. This stuff is so easy to find, but it is very time consuming. Meaning, you can go to all of these places, and let me zoom in so I can show you. You can see, there's certain boxes that I have not picked up. Let me go to a different spot that I haven't fully. Here we go. So you can see all of these different boxes and locations of gear that I have yet to pick up. Each of these locations have resources and things to loot. However, going back to my inventory, out of playing the entire game, this is all the recycled glass I've gotten so far. Out of the entire game, this is the only vehicle scraps I've gotten so far. There's a lot of different pieces of materials where you're going to find a lot of it, and if you do not loot every single one of them, it's going to be extremely hard for you to upgrade stuff. Now, not only are you upgrading your gear, you are upgrading your weapons, you are upgrading your ride, you are upgrading your camp, you're upgrading a lot of things in this game. So they really dig in deep when it comes to the looter in the looter shooter genre. You are looting a lot in this game, and if you don't, you will not have enough materials to craft, say the weapon attachment you want, or you cannot craft, the campus expansion that you want to see all the safe houses. There's a lot of different parts of this game that require you to have the materials already in place, and it is really a grind to get your materials where they are. You really need to be looking in every corner of every room and just loot as much as you possibly can. But as far as the looting aspect of this game, again, 10 of 10. I love it. Alright, so collections, there's really not much to say in here, except there are a lot of things to collect. There's really not much to say about that. The USB songs, when you collect them, you can play them in your car and in your radio and at your campus and all of that. That is a really cool aspect of this game. The roosters that you collect, you can do the cockfighting at that campus. Which campus is it? It's actually the campus I'm at right now. So the Montero Farm Gorilla Camp, you can see there it says found here cockfighting, and that's where you take the roosters to go up against each other. Pretty cool. Now the cryptrama. Oh my gosh, I totally just jacked that up. These different charts that you find, they're animal charts. And when you find certain animal charts, there are boxes that you can unlock with them. Now the cool part about that is, if you zoom into your map, you can actually see where they are located. So here's a normal cache. That one has the circle and the little, thing in the middle. And then you have this one, the Libertad crate. And that one has a different icon. Now we're looking for the crypto. Here we go. And it has a key located on it. So remember, when you see these crates with the keys, you have to find those graphs, these charts. And when you do that, they correspond with the crate. That is quite a grind. You really need to be searching for them. I've played this entire game basically. I've got maybe 25, 26 hours played so far. And I've only found 2 out of 30. That's a problem. Because they're not that easy to find. And that means I can't open up any of those crates until I find them. So remember the looting part of this game, they really dug in deep. You need to be looting everything, everywhere. Alright, now the last part I wanted to talk about is the map. This map is huge. This is me zoomed out all the way, and you can't even see half of the map. So starting off with the game, you start off in the bottom left. This is the island that you start off with. Now when I zoom in, you can see that this is a really big island. And remember that everything on this entire map is open world. You could swim all the way to the bottom left corner. You could swim from there all the way up to the top left corner, all the way. You could do all of this in one run because it is all open world. It is insane, the map size of this game. I love it. I truly, truly love it because it's just non-stop. There is no two places that are exactly the same. It is all different, like biomes, different environments, different, people that are surrounding there, different camps. It's just amazing, truly. Now, if I zoom in, I'll try to give you a slow, creep. So we start here. This is your first island of the game, and then you make your way north to Libertad HQ. After that, you make your way up the left side of the map to Costa del Mar, and then into Lasagna. And then this is where it kind of branches off, and you can go to any part of the map. Now, for me, I kind of went down here, did a an upside down U, or a lowercase n, if you will. And I just kind of went down here and started doing all the stuff over here. But still, you can see all of these dark areas that I have yet to even look at. This is a huge map. I can't even express to you how big this map is. It just keeps going and going. And not only that, when you zoom in, you can see all the roads, you can see all the buildings, you can see everything. And not only that, but with this being all open world, there's no loading. It's just basically once you're out there, you could walk from one point of the world all the way to the other without stopping. And it's just all open world, fully immersion. It's amazing. Truly. The way they did this map, bravo, bravo Ubisoft, bravo. It's so big, it's actually intimidating. I feel like I will never see everything on this map. There is so much to do. I'm honestly really trying here. I've got a lot of blue on the board, so you can see I'm doing some work. But there's still a lot of shaded areas, a lot of red I haven't done, and it's crazy. But as far as the map is concerned, for me personally, 10 out of 10. They knocked it out of the park. I love it. Alright, now one thing with the mechanics. Now this is something that I'm going to show you guys with tricks and tips. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. For example, let's say that you want to go, I don't know. Let's just say you want to do this one, right? The Seaside Supply Snatch. Okay. Now the cool thing about this game is all of these safe areas, they give you an option to either fast travel or airdrop. Now the airdrop is one of the coolest things in this game, I do admit. However, it's also one of the most, upsetting parts of this game. And you'll see right here. So I highlight Seaside Supply Snatch, right? Now right here is an airdrop. It shows it right in front of Seaside. Now watch when I hit airdrop. It's actually going to put me in the game and it's going to airdrop me. Now you have one of two options. You can either fly using a wingsuit, you can fall to your death, or you can drop a parachute. Now the way they do this, and right now I'm using the wingsuit, right? The way they do is that even if you are going to parachute, say parachute right there. Alright, so that was a nice landing, right? Let me show you a different one. That way you can actually see what happens. So, mining gap, alright? I'm going to hit airdrop from this location because it's fairly, right there next to it. So let's do that. And watch what it does. Now, 9 times out of 10, it'll airdrop you backwards. So watch. So here we go. And it's airdropping you, right? And then you have to look around. Oh, there it is over there. So this one, it dropped it a little bit around. But then if I go anywhere near trees or anything at all, you die pretty much instantly. Not only that, but if you do not catch yourself with the wingsuit, and maybe you accidentally hit close or something like that, you're just gonna fall to your death. So here's this, and then watch. Parachute. Oh, barely. But if I were to hit that tree head on, I would die instantly. And that goes the same with roads, that goes the same with rocks, it goes the same with anything. It is really, really simple for you to either fall to your death or, hit something to your death that you wouldn't necessarily think, would be something that you would die, but it sure does happen. I'm showing you guys a few of these because this is one of the most, what would I call this? Like, teeth grinding moments of the game. So you see right here in front of me, there's nothing here. So why did it drop me here? I have to completely turn all the way around for me to get to the location. A lot of people don't know that, and it upsets a lot of people. Let's see if I can go through the trees and just show you what I'm talking about with the whole dying instantly thing. So you see here, you can fly through some trees, you're doing some cool stuff. Boom. See that? Instantly. It lets you fly through trees until it has a certain tree it doesn't want you to fly through, and then you die instantly. You could fly through probably 20, 30 trees before you die of just one random. It's pretty messed up the way they have that. Another thing is how they have it to where when you first airdrop, it's not squared up with the objective. You would think that you initiating the airdrop, that you would be airdropping, in the position of where you want to go. But for some reason, it airdrops you in the opposite direction. It makes you have to, figure it out. Look, right here. It has me going to the water. The objective, let's see. Turn. There's the objective right there. So why did it have me looking all the way over there? It's just little things like that are why would you guys do this? Now let's see. Maybe I can make a really smooth landing on this road. So let's see if I can make that happen. Alright, Hopefully I don't die. You can even die just landing on the road if you come in too hot. These are things it doesn't really show you. Oh, I did it. Nice. Smooth landing. But that's just, you know, a little,
Maybe I should help.
a little mechanic problem that I feel like they could fix just a little bit. It's just like one of those things I only started noticing as I played the game more and more, was that the airdrop is easy, it is fun, it is, you know, something that makes the game easier to do and use. However, the way that they have it set up, you know, showing up backwards and then just flying through all these trees and then randomly dying from one of them, it's just like little mechanics like that that I do not enjoy. And then same thing goes with the rides. Like, it is really cool to be able to drive this 56 Baymont. Now watch. So I'll call this what it. Alright, so it comes in right here beside me. And this is a really sick looking car. I think it's awesome.
It's just how I like it. Appreciate it.
This is the first ride that you get in the game. However, when you go to drive it, this is the view that you have. So if you're going uphill or anything at all, you cannot see where you're going at all. And you can obviously see that the turning radius is horrible. Now, obviously, all of these things make it realistic that, you know, if I was really driving in a 56 Baymont, this is probably how it would, you know, look from my perspective. I fully understand that. However, as far as, you know, playing it in a video game, it makes it a little difficult when times like this, I can't really see in front of my car because we're going uphill. Like right here, I can't see at all. Like, where am I going? I don't know. So then I'm constantly like overcorrecting, and then I'm just hitting rocks and random, see? And then next thing you know, you're like this, and your car is stuck on a random rock, and you don't know why. It's just things like that. Very small, nitpicky things, but overall, this game is amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. Doing a little recap, the map is huge. It truly is huge. Just look, bottom left corner. And this is all fully open world. All of it. The entire thing. Top left corner. Top right corner. And all of those islands you can go to. There's secret caverns. There's so much to do in this game. It's ridiculous. All the way down to the bottom corner. Let's go to the middle. Scroll up the middle. Big map. Huge. Ugh. It's so, like, I haven't even covered how much? Like, I haven't even covered half of it. Look at all this. It's all shaded in. I haven't seen any of this yet. So the map, 10 out of 10. I love it. The arsenal, as far as the looting and shooting aspects, amazing. The shooting, it's pretty much standard first-person shooting. Good to go. Whenever you're in a safe house, it does put you in third person, which does help you out quite a bit. It's pretty cool as well. Overall, I like it. The Supremos are really cool. Each of them give you a different, you know, play style. It's kind of like a super or like an alt for whatever, you know, game you're used to playing. But for me, I'm using this one. It's just basically a rocket launcher. You can take out tanks, you can take out helicopters, what have you. Pretty cool. However, the cooldown on it is forever. So just remember that. Weapons are really cool. I like how, you know, you have to find these weapons in order to have them. Really cool. I really do enjoy all of the different gear sets and how every single piece of gear gives you a different talent. I really do enjoy that. And I also enjoy the fact that if you want a certain gear set on your character, you can easily change the way it looks by altering the appearance, and you can make your guy look however, you know, you want. Really cool. As far as the Amigos are okay in my opinion. However, I would probably recommend that you don't manually tell the Amigo what to do and just have them on autopilot the entire time. And even in saying that, I don't like how the Amigos act on autopilot. Sometimes they're good and they help you out, but other times they'll run to the opposite side of a base and just die. And it really messes you up, because then you have to go out of your way to go revive them and then bring them back to where you were. It's just more of a liability than it is an asset. Now, as far as the rides, I love the ride aspect of this game, where you can just call in a ride wherever you want. You can customize your rides. You can do all these really cool different things. The only thing I do not like about it is the point of view, the camera angle at which you have to drive. It is not fun at all. I wish there were a couple options to make different camera angles, almost like as if it were Forza, something like that. That way, you can give the player different angles to see, and maybe they can drive a little smoother, in my opinion. Inventory, for me, it's a grind, but it's worth it. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend you guys loot everything you see in the game, because you're going to need these materials for everything you want. As far as the collections, these are really not easy to find, but it is fun to do so anyways. It's just a part of the game, being a looter shooter. It's a lot of fun for me personally. And that is it, everyone. That is my honest review of Far Cry 6. If I had to give it an actual score, out of 10, saying, 0 is the worst and 10 is the very best, perfect, I would give this game easily a 9.5. Easily. Now, yes, I was giving the Amigos a pretty low score, and yes, I was giving the rides a pretty low score, but, those little aspects of the game, or even like me, basically skydiving around in a flying suit, like I'm a flying squirrel, even those little things, it really does not subtract from the overall game. These are just things that are meant to help you out, and I think they could help you out more, in my opinion. Especially with the airdrops and flying into these different locations. I think that they could have made it to where when you do the airdrop, you're squared with your target, and instead it just like kind of drops you. Dude, shut up. Why does he keep gobbling like that? But I do enjoy this game a lot. I'm fully immersed. I can't get enough of it. I get like some weird Dying Light vibes. I'm getting like some Grand Theft Auto vibes. I'm getting like a lot of really good vibes with this game. As far as an open world looter shooter, this is really, really good. It's a well polished game, and I think just like little tweaks to their Amigos, their rides, and their airdrops, the way you fly in this game, I think is if they tweaked those just a little bit, this would be a 10 out of a 10 for me personally, because this game is so much fun. It truly is. Not only that, but the voice actors are spot on. The cutscenes are amazing. The interactions, the jokes, the personalities, just all of it was very well written and very well executed. I want to thank Ubisoft again for giving me early access to this game. I probably would have never tried it out if it was just given to my own vices, and I'm very, very glad that I was pushed into trying this game out, because I really do enjoy it, truly. But alright, that's it for my honest review of Far Cry 6. I will be doing some how-to guide videos. I will be doing some other, build videos and, gear set videos and things like that in the future. So if you do enjoy it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell. That way you don't miss a single video or stream. Now, I am Kamikazevondoom. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you're new, and let me know in the comments section below what you think. Now, out of my score of a 9.5 out of 10, what would you rate this game as? How long have you played it? Have you not played it yet? Are you on the ropes? Let's discuss in the comments section below. But alright everyone, Kamikazevondoom here, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. See, look, it has me squared up here, but I need to go over here. I just don't get it. Like, why? Why would you do that? Why you do that to me? Why? And just for everybody, I'm gonna fly into a tree just because, to show you this like weird thing again. It's like, you can fly through trees. Of course you can fly through trees. Why couldn't you fly through trees? You can fly through all the trees. Look at this. I'm flying through all the trees. And I'm dead. See that? I don't... If you're gonna let me fly through 10 trees, why not let me fly through 11? And if you're gonna let me fly through 11 trees, why not let me fly through all of them? Like, come on. It's kind of a weird mechanic. But alright, everyone. See you in the next one. Peace.